What's up, my people? Welcome to Vertical Football. Welcome to another episode of Five Things We Learned. Nottingham Forest 1, Manchester United 0. I can't really say the match came as a surprise because even though I'm a Manchester United fan and I believe that we should win every game we play, but at the back of our mind, I know this Nottingham Forest is a very, very effective team, which we also saw today. Is a team that understands what exactly they want to do on the pitch. And I think it was really an interesting game. A lot of things that we were reminded of about this Manchester United team. A lot of things that we are also reminded of about the Nottingham Forest team. So guys, let's jump right into it. The 5 things we learned in this amazing game. Nottingham Forest 1, Manchester United 0. First off, I think it's the inverse reality, if you want to put it that way, in the sense of you expect Man United at least to be in the position that Nottingham Forest is normally in the league, which is third, and then you expect Nottingham Forest to maybe be around the position that Manchester United is on a normal season. But this is a season of inverse, really. Nottingham Forest started the game from third position. Man United started from 13th position. Really, I want to say Nottingham Forest did very well this season. Everybody knows that, but not just because they win games, not just because they get points, even against the big sides. But I think I've always praised them anytime I analyze their matches. I've always praised them that they are a team that knows what they want to do and they go ahead to do it. They are not necessarily the fanciest of team. They are not that fancy, but they have a plan and they stick to the plan. They have a game idea and they stick to that idea. And I think it's really, really commendable because, when I saw the lineup, I felt, okay, Ugarte, Casemiro, midfield, Bruno in front. I was like, okay, I know Amorim understands that this is a transition-based team he's playing against, but in just 5 minutes, sloppy defending for Manchester United, and Nottingham Forest did exactly what they used to do. Very good on the transition, and they got their first goal. The second one, I think it was sloppy defending for the first goal, as I said earlier. Particularly, I don't think the shape was wrong because at one point it was 3v1. Or 2.5v1 because Dugu was at the back of Elanga. And Ugarte also tried to put his leg, didn't reach there. But I felt it was poor defensive positioning, poor defensive movement from Mazarawi. It's clear. I know you are moving back. And I think the reason why defenders move back is to block certain spaces for the opposition not to find a way to shoot, and also to target and time their tackles in order to win the ball. But I think whichever way you look at it, he didn't position himself well. In fact, he was even going out of frame and give Elanga the chance to hit. And you also see he definitely didn't even time his tackles or anything. So, but I don't want to fully blame him because he's not a centre back. He's not a centre back, and many times in his career, he has not been faced with such kind of positioning and those kind of attacks. But nevertheless, I have to say I expected more from Mazarawi for that, and I want to say it was a poor defensive positioning from him. The third thing I want to say is about Manchester United, because I know Manchester United fans want me to say one or two things. I feel we were reminded of a lot of things in this game. I don't think there's anything that happened in this game that was new. Nothing. In the sense of this game needed creativity. This game needed a new kind of creativity, and I think I can look back the last 10 years for Manchester United. The type of creativity that delivers result in this kind of game, Manchester United has not had it for the past 10 years. First type of creativity is creativity from the deep, where you have a midfielder from the deep that can orchestrate play in such a way that I can split open the opponent. So that creativity from deep, we did not have it. I feel it was, even today, it was just a lot of long balls, a lot of safe options. There was no creativity from the deep, no creativity to split open that solid 4-5-1 defensive shape of Nottingham Forest. There was no creativity from deep. And secondly, I think the second type of creativity that Manchester United lacked was there was no creativity in front of the box 18. I was annoyed for most part of the game because sometimes you have players that get the opportunity to enter that hole in front of the defensive line of the last defensive line of Nottingham Forest, and you expect that okay, now you're in that hole, take advantage, try to do one or two things, try to make a pass to maybe Zegzi, or try to position yourself in a way where you can have a very good shot in front of the box. But before you know what's going on, they would pass out of the hole. So we lack that creativity. We lack the creativity, obviously, and I think it's something we've lacked. Even the ending part of Alex Ferguson, Manchester United lack that creativity in the hole. But I think the likes of Scholes, the likes of Cardiff give us that creativity from the deep. But I feel now this team needs to invest in creativity from the deep. Bruno is trying, but we still need, and I've said many times, we need a midfield maestro that can, do something amazing from the deep. And then we need in number 10, or we need inside forwards that are like, for example, like the likes of Trincao. If we end up getting Francisco Trincao, I feel he will do a good job there. Midfielders or inside forwards that can do damage, and play within the spaces in that hole. Every successful Premier League team in the past 5 years, 7 years, at least they have someone that can do damage in that side. For most of that, Man City definitely has that, likes of Bernardo Silva, Foden, De Bruyne, and the like. So we need that creativity in the deep and creativity in the hole. The fourth thing is Garnacho. Garnacho is not improving. I have to say it's predictable. I don't know who coaches Garnacho for attacking, but if I was a defender, for me, I will have a wonderful time defending against Garnacho. I know what he's going to do. When he's coming from the left-hand side, I know no matter how, I can give him a space to just think that he can get me on my left-hand side and then shoot, but I will mark it. Garnacho doesn't even have that spontaneity. And I think that for many parts of the game, it's not that Manchester United did not attack. It's just that we did not attack in a different way. And you need to attack in a different way because it was too predictable. You knew what each player was going to do. I knew what Bruno was going to do. I knew what Casemiro was going to do. I knew what Dalot was going to do. I knew what Garnacho was going to do. There was no surprise. There was no surprise in the game. And the best attacks are attacks that are full of surprise. Surprise the opponent. I felt it was just predictable, and it was easy for Nottingham Forest to defend the game Manchester United, because when you watch this team, when you study this team, you know what each player is going to do in attack. You know what Garnacho can do. Garnacho is not the kind of player that you think is going to play with the right and surprises you with his left. He doesn't do that. Dalot crossing, cutbacks, that's what you expect from him. Casemiro, the loop-sided bomb to play behind the defensive line. That's what you expect from him. Or sometimes, the switch of play, you know what to expect from Bruno. You know what to expect from these players. There's no surprise. And I felt that's why Manchester United did not win the game. Most importantly, there was no surprise. You just needed a moment of surprise, to get a point. So the fifth thing is another loss. There's nothing we can do really. The season is in a mess already. But I felt we could at least get a draw in this match. And looking at the way the match went, I felt there were chances for us to win this game. But as I said earlier, no creativity. We didn't have that kind of creativity. And I hope the owners and the recruitment team, the board, the backroom staff, and the coach, I hope they're looking at it the way we're looking at it. This team needs creativity. This team needs a different kind of creativity, most especially creativity from the deep and creativity from the whole. I feel we are too reliant with creativity from the wings, and I think we are becoming more very, very predictable. Teams know how to defend against us. Teams know what to do to stop Manchester United from scoring. So, guys, these are my points on 5 things I learned in the Nottingham Forest 1 Manchester United game. Guys, I know as usual you have your own opinions on this match, so please just drop it in the comment section. What do you think? What was your opinion in this match? Did I miss anything? What was your feeling, about the general overplay, about individual players? So let's have that discussion in the comment section. So guys, thank you very much for sticking with me. I remain your host, Shegun. See you next time. Bye.